Haiti Biz News Show, Monday to Friday, bringing you news that's going to keep you informed, engaged, and interacting the most optimal way for your business, investment, entrepreneur activity. Today is the 23rd of July. Let's talk about it. Listen, announcements. Let's just get that out the way, okay? Seejeanty episode. Make sure, folks, you check out Horizon Vert Distributor, doing awesome things in South Florida, bringing Haitian products to the masses, to South Florida. Check that video out, and of course, got it as it's a two-part. We got International Mango Festival in there, and we have an awesome woman who's taking art from Guadalupe and selling them stateside to your convenience on a website to the comfort of your home with a button click. Check that episode out. All right, links below. So we have some incredible news going on. Okay, some incredible news going on. Arnel Joseph, the Boogeyman, Arnel Joseph, has been arrested, right? He is no longer terrorizing the populace. He has been arrested. Now, is this business news? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is, because and whenever there is an indication of further passivity, right? Whenever there's information that pushes Haiti in a direction of civility, right? That is news worth reporting, because that is what a proper business environment needs. It needs calm, right, as a base, right? It needs predictability as a base. And Arnel not being on the streets is a good thing. Now, just for those who don't know, so Arnel Joseph is a bandit, as they say. He was a gang leader. He was terrorizing an area called Village de Dieu, which is an area between Port Léogane and I can say Matissan on the way to Cafu. It's an area that has been continually, even to this day, very difficult for folks living there, and still now it's an area still being very much affected by a lack of policing, proper policing, a lack of infrastructure support, right? There's just not much there for the people in that area. And there's a lot of people in that area, and gangsters unfortunately have taken advantage of that spot. Now, November in 2018, Arnel's group got pushed out and escaped a very nasty, police raid, and found himself in his home area of La Tibonite, which is an area of, I guess you say, central Haiti, outside in the provinces. And of course, the Haitian police have been trying to get him. And back in April, there was a very big raid and gunfight. Arnel escaped that as well with a bullet wound. And even in this recent capture, he had a bullet wound in his foot and almost got away. But the citizens stopped him, arrested him, his driver, and his doctor, and took them to the police. Right? It's unfortunate, I'm going to have to say. There's some images circulating online. We're not going to show those images here of him being stripped down on the floor. In some scenes, they have a police foot on him. Listen, he's a bandit. He deserves the worst that a proper, legally functioning criminal justice system can provide him. He's someone who, for those who don't know, he stole a lot of items. He used to stop trucks, raid them. He used to stop cars along the road and rob them. He's implicated in some killings and some murders, right? So again, this is a vile human being that made it very difficult for many areas to function. Let's be very clear about that. But the thing is that, there's certain ways to treat when you're on the side of law, when you're side of legality. There's certain ways you behave and treat others, no matter what the circumstance. And I don't feel as if I was getting that. And that looks very bad on Haitian police at the end of the day, by not holding at that degree of morality, humanity, right? But in any case, we certainly hope that improves over time. But we will tag a win for properly functioning Haiti. Okay, we'll tag that as a win, and that's where we're going to end with that story, right? Arnel being arrested. Goodbye, Boogeyman. Next up, we have, we got to talk about it. Lapin has stepped down. It's been a very difficult few months for the country as we've had him trying to get nominated, and the Senate very clear that they're not having any piece of him, especially the opposition. He could have been voted in, but the opposition of four particular senators, we reported those stories before, did many antics to prevent him from being nominated, particularly because they wouldn't have a problem with Lapin per se, but they had problems with the fact that his ministers, at least 8 to 11 of them, were repeat, right? And they felt as if, listen, we voted out the prior prime minister, and the way that works is we also vote out everybody who was part of his cabinet. They need to go too. So what are you doing bringing 8 of those people from the prior prime ministership, right, cabinet, back to us? That's unacceptable. Now, that's one part of many things they were demanding, and they went as far as taking out the desks and the chairs of the Senate to prevent the vote from happening, right? So with Prime Minister stepping down, they've been announced that we have Fritz William Michael as the new nominated PM by Jovenel. His background, he was within the Minister of Finance ahead of that. And certainly having someone with a purely financial mind might be a very good thing for Haiti, right? Because certainly we are in a very difficult economic time right now. And so having somebody as a PM who has that as a foundation might be in our favor, but we'll see. We'll see if Jovenel will be able to get past the hurdles. There's been, just yesterday, they were talking in talks, Jovenel and several parliamentarians trying to get ahead and work with and collaborate to actually get a government in place, right? Again, this has been the 4th PM in 2.5 years, the 4th, which is insane, okay? Especially the country so desperate for stability, right? So we'll keep an eye on it from a business perspective. Again, the business community is looking for, because right now, for example, the government hasn't even been able to vote a budget for this most recent quarter, right? And so business community is waiting for something to fortify. A big part of expenditures that a lot of businesses depend on are the expenditures of the government as they purchase different things, do different public works, and a lot of that has slowed down, right? And so we're watching that. Well, hopefully that will indeed lead to a fully ratified PM and thus a fully ratified government. So that's the stories for today, right? If you like what we're doing here, make sure leave a comment, right? Hit that subscription, hit that follow button, right? Somewhere around there, you can see some information if you want to become a Patreon or even donate somewhere around there, right? And again, we'll be back at it again until we're back at it again.